Taurus, hello there, my friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate every single one of you. We're going to get this started, though, right away with a couple of oracle cards. So let's shuffle these up for the beautiful Taurus collective, my gods. Let's see what we got for my friends, please, and thank you. And we're just going to look at these super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus spread with the Starseed Oracle to see what it is you need to hear from the universe. So there are many things for you to think about and consider. Only take what hits. You know the deal. Let's get these first couple of cards out here for Taurus, though. Thank you. Okay, so a little feeling of constriction, possibly. We'll talk about that in a second. I don't want to say that's a negative card, but it's an interesting one to look at. And your energetic connections. I feel intuitively both of these cards are targeting chords, like energetic chords, literally. Now, before we fully dive in, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. It's your last chance for this month. Now, into this reading. If you look down here in the box, you look at the imagery of this one angelic figure bound up in the ribbon, and this other one, which to me is all about who we connect with and our energy connections. For some reason, the universe is bringing to the Taurus collective's attention, like, your energetic attachments, big time. Now, aside from that, this could be similar to an Eight of Swords energy, where someone might feel a little trapped. Someone might feel a little cornered, like their hands are tied. So beware of this energy. It's not the most positive, but it's somebody that wants to make a move, take an action. But I feel the main thing is what or who is attached to you. Literally, you look at this card, you see that man and woman looking through the mirror, they're at a distance. So those strong energetic ties are at the forefront. And it's my personal belief that when we have any sort of relationship with someone, whether it's a friendship or romance, you form an energetic tie, an energetic bond. So this is really being given to us strongly here in the beginning of this reading. I want to get into tarot, though. Just keep that in mind in the coming days and weeks, like whether it's people or things you're attached to. Okay, let's go. We're going to get you three in the upright and intuitively clarify for Taurus. I want to get into these cards now. That doesn't make or break the reading. That could just be a little side message, okay? And we'll see what we got here. Now, last week's reading was titled A Surprising Switch. And the week before that was a karmic shift. And karma has been showing up for the Taurus collective in recent weeks quite a bit. So I want to see if we're coming out of that, what we're going into. Hopefully it's more positive. But we will see. What do we got for Taurus, please? Get these first cards out. Okay, Seven of Wands, determination. This is similar to that bound up angel, too. We'll talk about it. Let's get two more. Two more. Eight of Cups. This is somebody possibly thinking about throwing in the towel in regards to something. Like, you might have someone around you that's thinking about throwing in the towel. And we have the Five of Swords on the back end. So I just want to say this before we fully dive into it. We have two cards of conflict in this spread, so that there might be warnings attached to this reading for sure. Now, yes, there's a lot for us to still pull within the reading, but I just want to say it up front. With two cards of conflict, there might be warnings. Now, I'll go through and give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get into the juicier stuff. Strap in, because there's going to be a lot here. The Seven of Wands. This is a card that I personally feel like represents me in my personal life, because it's not all bad. Yes, it can speak about conflicts, feeling like you have a lot of things coming at you from all different angles. So some of you might be in that mode. This can easily be someone that feels cornered or imprisoned in some way. But the positive side of this card is somebody that's willing to run through all the roadblocks. Someone who has a lot of things going on. There might be obstacles. It doesn't matter. This person's going to run through them. Like, this person will have their will done. Okay, that's the positive of this card. And I do like it. And I do identify with it. But there are some possible conflicts looming around you. So you're going to have to keep an eye on that. Now, right in the center, we have the Eight of Cups. Movement. I see this as more of a neutral card. Some people say, yeah, this is someone walking away. But since it was tied in with this Seven of Wands, like the determination, someone who's willing to fight through roadblocks, and then we have the Eight of Cups. That's why I said it might be like someone's trying to throw in a towel, or like a fight is too hard and someone's just like, I'm putting my hands up. Aside from that, the Eight of Cups could easily just be energetic movement and action towards something. It doesn't always have to be away, and it's all about perspective, but it's movement nonetheless, and I want to see where this energy is headed, okay? Moving even further, we have the Five of Swords on the back end. That's why I said there might be warnings like tapped into this reading. This is a card that could represent someone who has narcissistic tendencies, okay? This is a cold, callous type of card. This is somebody who is extremely competitive, someone who needs to win, someone who wants to win, someone who's never wrong, okay? So when we tie this in with the Seven of Swords in the front end, there might be warnings when we clarify for sure, whether it's warning about certain individuals, certain people, or it's warnings about just certain things that could be coming towards you, not people, just like rough situations. We're going to get into it though. We're going to dive deeper and clarify now. Okay, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research. Let's go one more second. Or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, all readings are about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. But we're going to go in here. And yeah, if any of these alignments make you feel something, feel free to share it with the class in the comments, okay? If like you're feeling messages you think people need to hear, feel free to drop them down there. Let's go in on this Seven of Wands, though. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Taurus? Thank you. That was quick. Yeah, so the Eight of Swords. And we have repeating eights now, but this Eight of Swords is in reverse. I'd say that's a good thing. This is someone who may deal with a lot of anxiety issues. This is someone who may deal with a lot of outside stresses. And as I said in the very beginning with this angelic card, the card I likened it to was this Eight of Swords, all right? Someone who might be overthinking, but the trapped type of feeling. So I feel like one message I might need to give you is like, you might not be as trapped as you feel you are. If that's you, this could be another person. But if you are feeling cornered, if you are feeling trapped, like your hands are tied and there's nothing you could do to get out of it, there is always an action you could take, or the universe will make the path clear to you if you're feeling that way. Now, if you're not, this is somebody really trying to work on those anxiety issues. This is someone really trying to work on those stress issues, okay? So there's a lot of different things going on here, but this person is trying to overcome this. Whatever this stress is, whatever this anxiety is, they're trying to overcome that. We're going to go in on the Eight of Cups. I don't want to muddy up the message. It is what it is, okay? Like, yeah, we're getting a bound type of energy, big time in the spread. So let's see what's up with the Eight of Cups. Why is this Eight of Cups here? Why is the Eight of Cups? Thank you. Okay, Two of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, to me, there's one thing that's raining through my head with this Two of Pentacles in reverse under this Eight of Cups. This, you might be attached to somebody that whenever shit hits the fan, they're out. Like, this is the type of vibe it's giving me. And, you know, only take it if it hits. And I usually don't direct readings at specific individuals or people, but this is a very avoidant type of energy. Like someone, like when a problem comes along, they just avoid. Or when things get tough, they're out. All right, so beware of this energy. There's warnings here. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict. There's bound up energy. And this is an individual with this Two of Pentacles in reverse that like, all right, well, these are my two choices. I don't want either. Peace. All right. And I like when readings are optimistic. I like when readings are positive. But this is coming out in a very specific way. My cards tell me straight up when something's looking a little dicey. So there might be warnings here. If any of that's ringing a bell, what I'm talking about, you need to keep your eye on that individual. We're going to go in on this Five of Swords. Can you trust this person to be in it for the long haul? Can you trust this person to have your back when you need it the most? All right, that's what I'm trying to get at here. Let's see what's up with this Five of Swords. And then I'll give you a recap before we get into the bonus spread. So why is the Five of Swords here? It's rough. It's a little rough. Yeah, here's that Four of Cups. The thinking, the planning. Yeah, someone absolutely planning on making some sort of move, take some sort of action for sure. Now, you know the Four of Cups is all about the imagination and the mind going. And with this Five of Swords, this could be somebody real, I don't want to say planning their revenge, but it could be that, all right? Like, this is somebody really having rough thoughts. Beware of anyone if they have narcissistic tendencies. That's for damn sure. But I also feel intuitively this could be someone who is of two different mindsets as well. Like they feel one way one second, another way the next. Okay, like it's big flip-floppy, especially next to this too. Now, yeah, it could be other things, thinking back on the past. If you've had past dealings with narcissistic individuals, they might be sticking in the brain like a thorn, but just take it however it hits. Hopefully this isn't anyone planning anything nefarious. I do feel like all throughout this, there are different warnings, okay? And some of them might be aimed at individuals in your life, okay? So please take a screenshot of these once I put this down, and we're going to have a quick recap before we get into your bonus spread. That was, you know I'm optimistic, okay? But the reading is what it is. If you look down in position number 1, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Wands with the Eight of Swords in reverse. This is good. This is somebody trying to work on their anxiety, work on their stresses, trying to release that, trying to process things. This can absolutely be conflict coming in, so we have a warning about that for sure. Also, it is similar to this back end where it could be a conflicted mind state, okay, where someone doesn't know what to do, left or right, this or that. But as we move forward, and yes, that is determination in the beginning as well, but in the center, the Eight of Cups with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this feels to me like somebody, when the going gets tough, they get going, all right? I'm sure you've heard that, like when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, not whatever this is in the middle. You might want to make sure someone is in it for the long haul or someone has your back. Okay, because right here in the center, it's like when things get tough, this person might be out, okay, or very avoidant. On the back end, a little warning about a possible narcissistic individual, someone who's cold and calculating. Beware of that. I do feel like this is somebody possibly holding a grudge or planning some sort of revenge tactics. If not that, it's just someone with a conflicted mind state, okay? So please take a screenshot of that. We're going to get into the bonus spread, see what you need to hear. Okay, that wasn't the most optimistic reading, but this is an optimistic deck, so we're going to get a silver lining here. What do we got for Taurus, please, my guys? What does Taurus need to hear? Interesting indeed, my friends. What do we got for Taurus? Thank you. Okay. Your life is a canvas. That is a very positive card to me, and I feel like that's nice. Especially if there is planning aspects to what you're going to do, like what you're going to be doing moving forward, what you're wanting to do with your life. It does speak all about manifestation, this first card. It's all about your creation. Yes, things happen to us in life where we don't control every outcome. There's things that happen that just happen. But when your life is a canvas, it does ask you to take a little bit of control, take the reins, and whatever you can control in your life, keep moving it forward. It's a beautiful type of card. Creative accountability as well. The literal meaning says manifestation and creative accountability, straight up. Artist as well. So you might want to pour your heart out into creative endeavors. Now, the Seas of Mintaka to me represent emotion in general. You know, in divination, cards that have cups and water usually represent human emotion. Notice this emotion is overflowing. So I feel like this could be the universe saying that in this time you might be a little more emotionally ramped up than usual. These emotions might feel overwhelming, whatever they are that you're going to be feeling in the coming days and weeks. But know that the sea is always ebbing and flowing. That's the thing with water, right? Those emotions can be overflowing, but they will always recede. So know that everything will be okay. It literally says, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So both of these cards in the literal fashion do talk of creating and creation. So Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. It's your last chance to get your name in for the August subscriber surprise, and I'm giving away, if you haven't heard yet, 2 copies of the Gilded Tarot Royale. It's one of my favorite decks in existence from my favorite illustrator. So if you'd like to get your name in for it, 2 simple things, as always. First, you must be subscribed, of course, which I'm sure you are at this point. And 2, if I can grant you any wish, what would it be? You just drop it down in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, beginning of September, I'll announce the winners in my community tab, as I always do. I got a couple of comments about this over the past couple of weeks. You go to the homepage of my channel, then the community tab. I always post the winners there every single month. And that's what I have for you, my friends. Thank you so much, as always, and I'll see you next time.